gonna get going. He's gonna get tits. Hey, fine.
Dying breed out August 25th.
Yeah. He's gonna get tits. Okay.
All right, Jessica, welcome to the boys club in the back of your clinic that we have not given you the secret knock to. But every once in a while we let you come in and play. Every once in a while.
Know the passcode.
Yeah, that's true. You do know. You don't need to know the secret knock if you know the passcode. That is true.
Yeah.
And we've got Andy in here too.
Yes, lovely Andy.
Doesn't want to be behind the
she doesn't
scenes.
like to be on camera.
That's what she's just part of the magic that makes this place work.
Commentary in the back to say, "Oh, did you say this or that?"
Oh, time out. She's going to let us know whenever we're like saying things we shouldn't be saying. Yeah.
Yep.
Controls everything. So anyway, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome. Always good to see you. This is your second episode, although you have really stepped out of your comfort in your box and really been kind of blowing up the socials at
trying to get my face out there.
Jess Wellness Mom.
Yes.
It's very good.
Okay.
You're already cringing.
Makes me very, very anxious. Okay.
Don't start sweating
it's
yet.
Fine.
Don't start sweating yet.
All good. I got this.
What is new in the world of women's health that we can throw out there to the viewers of Better Human that may not be following at Jess Wellness Mom?
Right. I think the biggest thing is with the younger crowd with PCOS being called PMOS now. So just hopefully with the criteria change that we're going to get more diagnosis, that women aren't going to have to go years and years and face infertility without getting the answers that they need or just getting labs done to see if it's even what's going on. I mean, we all know like with the black box warning, which has been off for a little bit now, but a lot of viewers may not know that with bioidentical hormones for women too, with your estrogen, progesterone. I mean, that's huge that women need these hormones and it makes their overall quality of life, heart health, brain health, bone, all of that so much better. So,
and you've got a personal testimony to that journey as well. I mean, you went through a lot of those similar kinds of things, and this is kind of how we've all ended up here together is figuring out some of those things on your own and then finding the provider platform that supports a lot of those things. So,
yeah, and I honestly never found that provider. I mean, when I traveled, I found people that were at least willing to look at stuff for me when I like finally got diagnosed. But honestly, I didn't get better until we opened the clinic and I was like introduced to Optimize You as a whole. Yeah, taking care of myself, which is unfortunate because there's not anyone, other people don't have that opportunity and they don't understand that and they can't be advocates because they're like, well, they told me it's normal. It's fine. You know,
I think that, taking off black box warnings and doing these kinds of things, those are all like page 6 news at this point. You know, it's not something on the forefront where it would be, it's like, the redacted, statement from somebody, it was a headline 3 days ago and we realized, oh, this was wrong. And so you have to print a redaction or print a correction or something like that. And it's at the bottom line on the last page, So I think it did get some press. I just don't know that people really understand what that means. Black box warning is like the worst thing a drug can have, I can't come up with any examples off the top of my head, but I know like there's some antibiotics that, have black box warnings that they're going to cause this, like it's going to happen. Kind of
thing,
it's
like, it's not like the minimum side effect that you can have. Like these are big
These are
ones.
big things that we know happens and can go, and then those have all been kind of taken off,
and it guided so much that women just didn't get therapy.
Sure. Right. Yeah.
So it is huge, but I think in our space, because that's what we look at and I always tell everyone, it's like, optimal medicine and traditional medicine is not the same ball game because they come to me and they're like, well, I was told that you guys just do this and that. And it's like, okay, well, also I'm listening to you. I'm not just masking your symptoms with another freaking medication that you're still overweight. You're still complaining about this. You get on an SSRI that makes you even more depressed, have even more lower sex drive.
Correct, right.
Like all the things.
Lowers your hormones even more. Yeah, you get more hormone dysfunction with those kinds of things as well. So, yeah, it's something that I've added to my kind of my talk that we have in there because we always get the question of, well, what happens when it gets up to a normal level? Then can I just come off of it? Or when everything gets optimized, what then? Is this something I have to be on for life? And I was like, well, that's always a good question to go over. No, nothing is lifelong. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not an antibiotic, it's a medication, right? It's
Yeah.
a treatment protocol, right? So I get sick, I get a sinus infection, or whatever. I take an antibiotic, the antibiotic gets rid of it, and then it goes away, and then hopefully I don't have to worry about it anymore. But testosterone is like it's like your blood pressure pill. If you have high blood pressure, we can put you on a high blood pressure pill, and that takes care of it. But if you come off of it, the high blood pressure is still there typically.
Yeah,
There's some
unless you
lifestyle
had
modifications
lifestyle
and
and
things
things
like that
yeah.
that are really hard to sustain. And it's the same thing with testosterone. There are avenues where those things work. They're not going to
Yes.
get the benefits that you get with that,
Mhm.
and then sustaining that. And then the trial and error that kind of comes along with trying to figure out what it is. And then that time that lapses during that it's difficult. So
Yeah.
it is, getting those things optimized, staying on them, staying compliant, and then doing all of the things that you need to be doing on top of it really is what enhances the experience the most.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think people underestimate like the lifestyle, and you can even make all the lifestyle changes and be living perfect and still have hormonal
Sure.
issues.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
no one thinks about like they're always asking me like, why am I seeing it younger? Why am I so much younger and having this? Well, welcome to like all the endocrine disruptors. Like, let's
Right,
get
yeah,
into
right,
a whole
yeah,
nother
yeah.
topic
Right,
that
yeah.
like
5 or
gets
6 episodes worth of content there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's just what I tell people is like, okay, so you have the deficiency, and all women are going to have that. I mean, there's no keeping your ovarian function. There's no supplement over the counter that is going to give you the same level, because every female is completely different on what level they need for that optimal range in hormones. And so it's like, if you want to stay good, you want to have that quality of life, then stay on it. But if you want to come off of it, yeah, you can come off of it.
Sure. Yeah.
But things are going to return. You still have to
Right.
have that hormonal balance for
Right.
everything to work internally.
Yeah. And with testosterone, well, is my my intrinsic production going to go down? Well, if you're on it for 5 years, well then yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
time is the biggest challenge to testosterone production. There's there's protocols that we put people through all the time that that are changing off testosterone, doing something else. They want to do something different. Fine, we can do all those things, but there's a protocol that is.
Yes.
And the expectation has to be that it's not going to be better than what it was when you started. At least, so
Yeah.
challenges and all those kinds of things. But enhancing life's experience is kind of what we wanted to talk about on here today. So, and you did a good job. I wanted to talk about the PCOS thing, so that was great. You're doing great.
Oh, it's a little thing that gets me fired up.
Yes,
But
right,
it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna get pretty fired up here. I'm gonna do my best to.
Simmer.
I will wear it on my face. I've always been told that, but I'm gonna do my best to control my tongue here, because today we're gonna talk about peptides.
Yes. I mean, they're wonderful.
They are wonderful.
But there's a lot of things that are changing with them. So that is good and bad. And
I don't know that I would use the word bad. I think that there are expected things that are going to happen that everyone should have seen coming a mile away.
yeah.
Because of the country that we live in. I think that you and I have a different privilege with kind of testing out a lot of these things and kind of feeling them out and being able to know firsthand what they do. Some of them are great. Some of them are, it's
not worth it.
Maybe
Like,
not
it's
worth
fine.
it.
Yeah.
As a guy, I'm into the measurable result kind of thing. So I want to I want to take something and I want to feel it. So a lot of the stuff that's going to be that you'll comment on that you guys do that I know, but are not things that I do. But like like the skin stuff, like I don't, it's not really
My favorite.
It's her favorite. So
Yes.
I don't. Those aren't things that I'm like. I really don't see anything, but okay, I'm sure it's doing something. You know, but I think that there is the dark side, and what I don't think that a lot of people in our area consider is that once these things go through an FDA approval process, which I think a common misconception right now is that they are not FDA approved.
Yes.
They are They are
looking at them
up
still.
for consideration. So we
Yes.
all get kind of, we all had the ticker tape parade on, or not me,
The
of course,
first
everybody knows
round.
I was not celebrating this. But the first round of talks, whenever we pushed the 7, through thing, there's now consideration for them to be FDA approved if they are coming through certain channels. Okay.
Yes.
And that's the compounding pharmacies, kind of the
That have
503
a
part.
certain,
Yeah, right.
have a certain
That have a certain certification. All well and good. Okay. I think it was an hour and a half later. I think that message, well, at least, okay. So I received that message through my Google alerts or whatever at like 5:30 p.m. that they voted yes. There was some controversy, but they're gonna consider it going through these things and all this other stuff. It was an hour and a half later, at like 7:09. Google alert: Eli Lilly announces retatrutide availability for first quarter 2027. So the medication that was demonized 4 days ago as being god awful, and is once there is the hint that there is a consideration for peptides. Now, all of a sudden,
it's okay. And
this multi-billion-dollar company has it available, and it's going to be ready. The commercials are shot. The sales reps are hired.
yeah,
We're ready to roll it out,
because
we know, and you and I have said this for a long time. When retatrutide becomes out, it will be the first $1 trillion drug. I don't know if I say that first $1 trillion drug. I don't know if there's other $1 trillion drugs.
There probably is.
This will be
a huge.
This will change the landscape for a lot of things.
Yes. As we see, just GLP-1s in general have changed a lot of things. Even though they've been around for decades, it's just in the recent years that they've been utilized for so much more. But then now this one specifically is just going to have so much, like the studies showing all of the different benefits metabolically for patients.
And people, it's not that I am upset about progress in medicine.
No.
The problem is that
it's not going to be
4 days
feasible.
ago this was available and people could use it at their discretion, at their will, right?
Yes,
everybody is
absolutely.
taking a risk in doing these kinds of things. But understand that.
But that's with any medication.
It's with any medication.
Every medication has side effects.
Yeah. But as soon as there's an inkling that these things are going to start getting thrown through, now they're all going to come through. And for the people that have seen huge benefits with retatrutide and other ones, let's face it, it's going to be a $5,000 injection, and that's probably an exaggeration. But
I think that's what I meant by saying that's the bad thing, is because I feel like it's just not going to be feasible for a lot of people to get the benefits that all of these peptides do offer because of price.
Right.
I mean, that's going to be the underlying issue.
It'll be astronomical. And the availability through otherwise reputable sources. I use the word reputable. I know that other people wouldn't, but there are sources that are trusted out there. Me personally, I've used Retta, and it comes from a reputable source, and I've seen success with it. I've seen changes in liver panels and cholesterol and all these other kinds of things that we know it's going to do, right?
Yes.
And now Eli Lilly knows what it's going to do. To me, it's the equivalent of marijuana becoming legal in all of a sudden in your state, and all of a sudden there's 10,000 marijuana farms the next day that are ready and open for operation.
Oh yeah.
And not that it's a bad thing, but it's just we saw this coming a mile away.
Yeah, I mean, I think people just they just demonize if you're using it from not the certain places that they want it to come from. And so, I mean, I think there's so many benefits, and yes, I agree. Some peptides are better than others, and you shouldn't just be doing what you hear from another person.
Right.
They do need to be monitored closely and be under the care of someone that actually knows what these medications are doing, how to dose them, how to mix things appropriately, that it's a clean source. And
I mean, I think it's the equivalent of, you can get your thyroid medication. I mean, I don't.
Mhm.
We were just in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
We were all just in Mexico, and we all loved walking through the airport and going to the
Oh,
convenience stores and seeing the
all the
pharmacy
drugs.
stuff that's
Yeah.
available. Okay, so let's talk about it. So you can
Yeah.
get your Cialis from your doctor,
Mhm.
and you can pay X amount of dollars for it. Okay, you can get your Cialis through any mail order clinic that that
Online.
online stuff
Yeah.
now that does it, or you can go to Mexico and get it a whole lot cheaper. Is it? I mean, you're taking risks depending on where you're
Mhm.
going through, but it is. Now, you're not buying it from the guy downtown, right? Off the street,
Yes,
right?
that
Now,
like
so
who knows where they
who
got
knows where it's
it
going
and
from? So
yeah.
this exists in a lot of different areas. It's not just the peptide world,
Mhm. Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we have patients all the time that come to us and say, I've been buying my testosterone from the third shift, janitor at work.
Yeah.
And
Good batches and bad
good batches and
batches.
bad batches, right?
Yeah.
But that's the risk that they assume.
Mhm.
And that doesn't make it, I mean, and that's illegal. I get
Yeah,
it.
and it doesn't make it okay.
Right. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
But the choice is often there to do those things. So anyway, I find it incredibly gross
Mhm.
that it is, again, an hour and a half later.
Yeah. Well, and yes, that you were just demonizing it, that
Mm.
people using it were just
Oh,
hurting
hurting
themselves so
themselves, and this
much
is
and
terrible. And here's all the terrible things and the complications and consequences of doing things like retatrutide.
yeah.
You know,
But next
but
year,
but
we're
but
good to go.
but January 5th,
Yes. Yeah.
those Super Bowl commercials for retatrutide are gonna be all over the place.
Yeah.
Probably February for the Super Bowl playoffs commercials.
Yeah, I was gonna go January. Who knows?
Playoff commercials will be everywhere.
Yeah.
Each and every podcast at the Optimize You studio is sponsored by Optimize You Evansville. At Optimize You Evansville, we help you take control of your health, performance, and vitality through cutting-edge hormone optimization, peptide therapy, athletic recovery, weight loss, and sexual health solutions. Whether you're an athlete looking to maximize recovery, someone striving for sustainable weight loss, or just looking to feel like your best self again, we used advanced diagnostics and personalized treatment plans to get you there. Our science-backed approach helped optimize energy levels, mental clarity, muscle recovery, and overall well-being. Because feeling great isn't optional, it's essential. You ready to elevate your potential? Let's get started today at Optimize You Evansville, where normal is not optimal. So let's kind of talk about the ones that are on the list, and they're pretty common ones. There's a couple of them on there that are like may not have been
What I thought was going to
not gone through.
all the ones that are available that people have been really utilizing and seeing success with.
Yeah. So I think that let's talk about the historical ones first. So there's little do people know insulin is a peptide.
Mhm.
Okay. Wegovy's, Ozempic, semaglutides, I mean everything that the skinny shot, that's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Tirzepatide, Mounjaro, Wegovy.
They just same drug.
It's the
Just
same
multiple
drug.
different
Right.
names.
It's what refer to previous conversation,
Yes.
right? Those things fall off label and then they do something and it's different. So Zepbound, I think, is the one that kind of everybody seemingly is on these days. That seems to be the most common one.
Now versus before.
Right.
Just being on Ozempic was like the first one everyone was on, and then we're switching to the others. Yes.
Yeah. So and the consequence of those things is that if used indiscriminately, you have significant weight loss, but also compromising muscle loss and bone density loss and everything else that comes with basically starving yourself. So I'm going to advocate for us a little bit.
I get the fear. I mean, because I hear a lot of people that come in and they're like, well, I can't do that because I've seen this happen to them. And I'm like, well, also, where did they get that? And were they being monitored?
Sure.
And honestly, no, I see it all the time. They're like, I just got it from an online clinic.
Right.
And they told me to just keep upping and upping the dose. They
Right.
didn't ask anything.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
So frustrating.
Right.
But,
yeah. Zero counseling, zero engagement for like lifestyle change. Just take this and starve yourself out. You'll lose the weight. And then
and then they're stuck on it because you're going
Correct.
to gain it all back.
They're stuck on it because they've picked up no good habits since then. But also, I think that comes along with the muscle loss that we're seeing, but it's the visual appearance of people they're not happy with. at all. I
Mhm.
don't think it's anything what the expectation was for them, and because they weren't educated on what the expectation was going to be.
Yeah.
Um,
Hair's falling out.
Hair's falling out. They they can't put on muscle. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing this, and then we have to go through that whole kind of thing, you know. So, um, the and then enter retatrutide, which starts in this underground kind of probably some Reddit forum, you know, where people start hearing about these kinds of
Yeah.
things, and it's a GLP-3,
Mhm.
meaning that you know it's got all the components of the GLP-1, but it also has this kind of muscle preserving kind of component to it as well. Um, I can speak from personal experience that retatrutide is huge in the bodybuilding community these days because you don't, you know, when you're going through these cuts, it's not near as trying on you, you know, and you do preserve that muscle when you're, you know, when you're in contest prep and you're trying to lean out. So it's a huge thing. It's huge in the bodybuilding community. Um, Probably will, I mean, save a lot of health issues that kind of come along with it.
I would agree with that
Yeah.
because I mean, at least it's a safer way
Or
than
right.
the other
Right.
old school ways of
Sure.
during cuts and things like that.
Right.
And
They're not taking the things that we know are damaging to everything. I mean,
Mhm.
even as far as like indiscriminate diuretic use, you know that the bodybuilding community kind of hangs on to, and thyroid stuff,
T3.
under other dangerous kinds of things that will definitely thin you out, but
But
at a
other
high
muscle
cost.
use.
Yeah, but your liver will suffer from it. You
Mhm.
know. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate retatrutide. It is great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Uh, Putting some sort of um, certainly some sort of authority on it. Also great. I'm not saying
Mhm.
that's not a bad thing. I just think it's super gross that it was like an hour and a half later. You know, like it just goes to show you, right?
Mhm.
Um, it pierces the veil of that industry. Um, and I think that it also opens up to a lot more. I mean, so now the research will just flourish into those things because they're just going to get better, I would think.
Oh yeah.
And as they continue to explore the advantages and what it does and how it works and all of the, I mean,
All the uses for it besides
right,
just weight loss.
right, yeah. I can tell you from a personal experience, and this was not on me. It was actually on my coach at the time. Was in contest prep. You know, if you're in the bodybuilding community, if you're smart and you get lab work while you're going through all that stuff, your lipids get super out of whack. Your liver gets super out of whack. If you're lucky, your kidneys stay okay, but sometimes they'll take a little bit of a ding as well. It's a whole other episode. I think that's actually a documentary we're going to work on later. But so he knew how his body responded during that time, and as a bodybuilder, you kind of expect it. It's the price that they're willing to pay.
Yeah, they know there's going to be
They
some.
know that there's something to that. I think Chris Bumstead had a great interview last week where he was like, you know, I realized how detrimental this was to my health, and that's why I quit.
Mhm.
But so anyway, the last time that he went through it, before I was going through my prep last year, he said, "Hey, I took this retatrutide. I had all this, and I had zero bad change in my lipids or in my liver, but had the same results, and actually felt good, you know, during it. So I think that it is once they start figuring out, you know, NAFL, like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you know, the visceral fat stuff, you know, the insulin sensitivity, all of these kinds of metabolic issues that are coming along that have been
Well,
introduced with PMOS and other
well,
things.
even like with endometriosis, they're looking at it for that
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and how it's helping women with
Yeah.
those symptom management with that.
I feel like I'm going to look this up. We brought our laptops today so we could
Yeah.
fact check ourselves on these things. It's not typical things that you see on a Better Human podcast because we're not talking about things so serious. But, and again, not that you can believe everything that you read on here, but I'm almost certain that I saw something about pancreatic masses with retatrutide not too terribly long ago.
Like decreasing the reoccurrence and
Retatrutide latest research shows 65% cancer tumor reduction. That's from December of 2025. Let me look down through here. Yeah, we can link this, this article in the notes, but it's so, and again, who I mean, it's all of these things that just keep kind of showing up, I think the biggest thing that I notice with the GLPs, definitely with retatrutide, not so much with the other two, and maybe I just wasn't paying that much attention to the other two, is the whole body anti-inflammatory response. And I think that plays this huge role in a lot of these things. Tumor growth,
Oh, yeah.
all
I get those comments with tirzepatide. Now, not with semaglutide. I really
Mhm.
didn't get those responses
Mhm.
from people, but I would agree with tirzepatide and retatrutide, the inflammatory, they just don't feel you don't feel as achy and have those complaints. So I mean, yeah, it's full body. It's not just focusing on the part of weight loss, and because typically when you have weight gain like that, you have all the other conditions that need to be treated.
As you dig down deeper in this article, it's clickbait with the thing, but it is also saying as far as it helping enhance the immunotherapy responses. So, I mean, it's a great drug. It is a $1 trillion drug, and congratulations to Eli Lilly for grabbing hold of it. It's just,
Yeah. Let's just see how it will be for people to obtain.
Sure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So that they can get those benefits.
Sure.
From it.
Yeah, I think so. I think those are the most common ones. I think the next most popular one that just sits kind of lateral to those is the BPC 157 TB 500 combination.
Yeah, I feel like everybody
is.
They say different terms for it, but yes, those are the most I feel utilized and asked about, and for good purpose. I mean, they do amazing things like gut health, joint pain, inflammation.
I think the one thing that people don't know about it is the gut health portion of it. BPC stands for body protection compound. 157 is no special number. It's just that's the number that it was assigned whenever they found it. And coupled along with TB 500 or thymosin beta 500, which is just another peptide, has this sort of healing, hugely anti-inflammatory, promotes some angiogenesis, which means new kind of blood flow into the area, and is remarkable. Again, I've used it.
Oh yeah,
several times. One of my favorite stories that I tell, and again, this was on me and not somebody else, was that I tore pec down here at the gym, came straight here, drew up my own PRP. I mean, I felt like it was a real Rambo moment for me. I was feeling rather.
I injected some PRP in there.
You did, yes, you did, yeah. But threw some PRP in there and then some BPC on it still took, the 12 weeks to get back to lifting heavy again. But as far as pain and movement, none. Yeah, gone, being able to move.
Then you didn't have to go any traditional route of.
Right, yeah.
What's surgery,
tying something back up. Yeah. Now, aesthetically, I can still put my finger right here, but it's remarkable. Just remarkable. Hamstring strain, just from doing heavy leg curls. Barely walk, can't get up. Popped it in there and it was fine. So, again, these are all on me.
Yes. No, I mean, I feel like the gut, I mean, everyone complains about gut health also. Right. And
everybody indiscriminately asks about their gut health. It's just well, I read this where it should be about I had 2 of them yesterday.
Yes.
It's
all linked to my gut health. It's all,
right,
which is huge.
Sure.
I
Right. Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
agree, but also people coming in with a list of supplements that they're on that are doing all of this
Hmm.
and they're still having all of those symptoms
Right.
and they're
Yeah.
like, well, it's combating the SIBO that I found and
Hmm.
this. I'm like, can we just try BPC
Right. Yeah.
and
Can we just stop all of
can we
these?
stop it all? Let's actually heal it.
Right.
Let's not add this
Uh-huh.
to help with that. And
Yeah. I do think, and I'll side note this again. I do think that you and I are really good about saying, like, we're not sales pitch people. You know,
No.
like we're not like, oh, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. Thanks for shaking your head back there, Andy. I appreciate that. Andy
Yeah.
Andy as the manager of our office probably wishes we were a little bit more
Yeah.
sales pitchy.
Probably.
But no, I say it 1,000 times. Stop all of this stuff. Let's fix this thing first.
Yeah, let's fix the foundation.
Yeah.
Less is more.
Right. Yes.
I'm all about listening to like what your goals are. And I will
Absolutely,
always
right.
ask you your goals
Right.
because we all have them and we absolutely should and should not be ignored. But fix the foundation.
Hmm.
Then you hit this, and there are definitely symptoms that are more that we need to address first
Hmm.
that can help with the others before we just like, again, 20, 30 freaking supplements a day. Like that's excessive.
Well, and just wrecks your gut. I mean, just wrecks your gut. Has no idea. You're pill full is what I used to always say it. Like you're literally full on pills, you know?
Yeah.
And I was that guy. I mean, I would take handfuls of stuff every day just because I'm like, and it was literally as founded enough to be like, oh, well, this says that does this. I want to do that. I'll take that, you know, and order.
Well, that's all I was given, like the option wise,
Yeah.
whenever I was diagnosed and was having like bloating and things like that. They were like,
Mhm.
they just kept adding, and I was like, oh my, like this is excessive. Like, how can people afford this for one? Like, what the heck? Like, and it's not helping. It did not help me
Yeah.
one bit.
Yeah. Right.
None of these supplements that I took, like when I was first starting, sorry to bust your bubble, ladies, but like the people on Instagram and things like that are like, oh, this healed my gut.
Right.
They are lying to you.
Yes.
Who knows what else they're
Right.
taking and what they're
Right.
doing. They're also selling that supplement.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at that.
It's part of their MLM or something. You know,
Yeah, I'm just like, that didn't heal it.
Yeah.
Maybe it can subside mild symptoms for
Yeah.
you for a little bit while you like heal the actual cause, but
My favorite thing in the supplement industry, and my boy Billy Robinson sent me a like a clip or an Instagram reel or something the other night. So follow BTK Photography on Facebook and Instagram. But he sent me this thing that was like, you know, showing that the supplements that you order from Amazon are not the supplements. One, that they're far likely to be like counter dupes. You know, I think dupes is the word for them now. You know. So where these people, I mean, you can literally, and we've done it in here before, where you can just verbatim, the same font, the same graphics, the same logo, make a logo, buy your own pill bottle, throw some stuff in there, and then you're selling it.
yeah.
And Amazon lets anybody do that. So if we want to talk about indiscriminate selling, well, nobody wants to go talk to Mr. Bezos about
Well, and no supplements are under
Yeah.
any jurisdiction.
Right, yes.
So
right.
they can say on the label it
Right,
does
yeah.
this and
Yeah. But the Reddit is
but
bad,
things that
bad
have
stuff.
been
Until right. And so anyway. So
back on the
back on
rant.
the thing. I warned y'all about this before we
Yes.
started. But like my favorite thing is the gummies. Okay, so
I get another
here's
person that says, I just do go.
I just do gummies.
It's full
I
of
just
sugar.
do creatine gummies. Okay.
Yeah.
Creatine gummies. Something like 98. Sorry, supplement people. I have friends in the supplement industry that sell creatine gummies, but I'm sure they would be. They would allow you to test theirs. But the vast majority of creatine, like most of those the actual supplement that you're taking, will not survive the gummy process.
Yeah.
So the actual gummying process that makes the gummy. That's why there's like zero nutritional value except for sugar. That survives, shocker, right? And whatever bacteria is in there. But the actual gummying process, there's no supplement out there that's going to survive the heat
That you have to
get it to in order to get to the gel part of it. So your creatine gummies that you're taking 40 of them a day, you know, just because, I mean, they are good. I've had them.
I'm not saying, yeah, they're sugar.
Right.
They're a gummy.
Yeah. They're sugar free.
Who doesn't love a gummy? Come on now.
I am a sucker for some gummies. If I have one like candy vice, it's gummies. But
Yeah, they're good as a gummy, not as a supplement. I
True.
mean, it's very.
Do you know how much better it makes me feel though to eat a creatine gummy
No.
than a gummy bear or a shackhead?
Oh,
like
you're
Shack
just
Heads
like,
are really
oh
good
yeah,
too.
I'm doing good.
Right? Yeah.
Creatine.
These are creatine gummies. I can eat these all day long. Right?
Oh.
No? Doesn't work like that.
Not quite.
Oh, damn.
Not in my eyes, but you know. To each your own.
So anyway, I don't know how we got off that card, but yeah.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the supplement industry, those kinds of things, BPC 157, great.
Yes.
Coupled with something called thymosin beta 500 that is notoriously known as the Wolverine blend. So it just makes it that much better, especially to dudes,
Everyone
comic
loves
book geeks like all of us, all the dudes in this room, where we moved the comic books back behind you, so you wouldn't. Well, not all of them. You know, okay.
Do I read them?
Well,
No.
we made you look more studious. We
Okay.
gave you the vibe of books behind you.
Yeah. There we go.
So the Wolverine blend,
Yeah,
just
I mean,
BPC 157 along with TB 500.
so you're
It's
getting
like
multiple properties. Like you're getting the gut benefits, the
Yeah.
inflammation, muscle, tendon, like
TB 500 has some negative press out there about it. I think with some, and it may have been just part of this demonization process where they're trying to figure out if it, do we want to demonize it and then drive it down so we can make our own, that kind of thing. Was it on the list of 7? It is on the list of 7, right? Yeah. So, and it's kind of the same kind of, it's more of an angiogenesis property than just the BPC part of it, I think.
And longer acting than just the BPC.
Yeah.
So that's why the combination.
Right. Yeah. So the TB 500 though, I think the theory of it was that, for acceleration of tumor growth, because if we're promoting an increased blood flow to the area,
being monitored by the right person that assesses your history and things like that, is it a proper thing for you to use?
Yeah.
I mean, there should be. Not everything is for everyone.
Right.
So we need to realistically go over the pros and cons and is it the right fit for you at that point?
Yep.
And then there's KPV, which, in my stack that I love and I personally use, it's going to be the BPC TB 500 KPV and then the GHK, which didn't make the list, which I was kind of sad about.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
That's a surprising one.
That's a weird one, especially with how much when you see these things starting to like creep up in the social media area where like everybody's talking about GHK copper and all these kinds of things, But yeah, tell us about KPV, because I have something I want to say about KPV too.
I mean, because so you have the anti-inflammatory, like antimicrobial benefits from it, the skin, gut, inflammatory. So it's like, it's really a powerhouse with, especially if people aren't responding well with just the TB and BPC alone. Like you have that other aspect of anti-inflammatory that's like calming that immune response to get that better outcome for people. That's what I personally see. Like if someone doesn't respond to those like alone, then when we are adding something like that can be just more relieving.
Yeah. So I have but the K part in KPV, kispeptin, can stand alone as well by itself and is a known libido enhancer. So people take that sometimes for libido. I have 2 guys on it that have reported back to me, not from us, but through their own sources, that they have decreased their dosage of testosterone and started KPV and noticed one of them reports a 300-point increase. Wow. So they decrease their dose of testosterone, they get a baseline lab, and then they don't increase back up to it. They add KPV and 300 points. Now, I've not heard or seen anything like that, but that is just completely anecdotal, word of mouth kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
that'd be interesting though.
Yeah. So again, it's just one of these things, right, where you just keep figuring out these things that we don't know what they do.
Mhm.
Really, I mean, we know what they're
We don't know all that they can
correct.
do, like
Yeah,
all of the benefits
which
that
is
you can
what
get from it.
makes the pessimist err on the side of caution. Says that these are dangerous to do because you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And but the action that we know that they do or that they do as well that have been researched by the people who are saying that it's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
We know those are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really good. CJC, ipamorelin.
That one didn't make the list.
Those did not make the list. None of the growth hormone secretagogues got thrown on there.
Not on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have sermorelin,
Yeah,
sarcotropin.
sermorelin has been around and sarcotropin's been around for a while. Yeah. CJC 1295, ipamorelin, tesmorelin. Oh, you're going to hear about those a lot. Those are all over socials as well.
Absolutely.
And
you get a lot of questions about that too. Like, and again, I think it's knowing what is the best one that fits you and your needs based on like metrics, symptoms, all of that, because, just looking at different options on, even with you, like that we've tested on you how many times on
sure.
which one do you get a better response with,
right, yeah,
and just even between like sermorelin and sarcotropin. Well, sarcotropin's really just going to be like the sleep benefits,
right?
Not necessarily anything else I've had. People notice.
I mean, I have a scale that I look at for like growth hormone secretagogue ones where it's like a what are you looking for?
Yes.
Is it just like, man, I just wish I could sleep. Okay, well. Here's sarcotropin. Well, what is that? Well, it's a growth hormone. Well, no, I don't want any, that. Okay.
I don't want to look like that.
Right.
Big
I don't want to get all big
like
and
that.
bulky. But those are things. But then there's things down the road where people are like, oh, I need to lose more belly fat. I want to do this. I need to fine tune some things. And then like tesmorelin is great for that,
Yeah. And I would agree with that. But also on that, if someone is coming in and, they don't have a good glucose control, like they're extremely overweight, and then they're asking to just do that and not anything else. I'm like, that's honestly not the best choice. You're not going to get the expected results.
Right.
Make it a little bit like more worse than you would improving with something like that. So that's where I'm like, it's all like, oh yes, it combats visceral fat. It's so great for this.
Right.
Not in everybody. Like you have to have the right candidate to.
Right. Well, and you have to have the foundation for it to work in. And this is kind of a bad analogy, but I said if your body is a petri dish and we're trying to grow something out of it, it has to be the right petri dish. You have to have the right medium for these things to work in. And if your testosterone is messed up, I'm real cautious about talking about I'll explain peptides in consults, but like going into like things that I've done and whatever, because you walk a line, especially as a provider, where you're saying like, hey, well, here's what I did. Why don't you try this out? Like, no, I don't cross that line. But I also know that my testosterone is optimized.
Yeah.
I've got an environment where these things are going to work really well in. We have people all the time that come in and just say, well, I don't want to do testosterone. I want to do I heard about this peptide, and my conversation completely steers away from that and says, well, what are your labs? What is this? Because these
don't have any labs. It's
right.
Like, okay, well, let's get labs.
Right.
B.
Right. Well, and my phrase is that, peptides are designed to make a functional system function better. So if you have your shitty system is only going to be a little less shitty
you're not getting the full potential. Right, you're just kind of wasting. And I would say that because honestly, you're not going to stay on the same peptide. You're going to cycle on and off.
Right. Yeah. What happens
when it goes away?
Hormone
is the foundation.
Correct.
100%. Like no matter what, weight loss peptides, the new peptides that are coming out, all the peptides that have been around.
Right.
I would 100% agree. If you're a hormonal mess and like you don't have anything under control, your lifestyle's not being looked at, you're not even trying, you're just, again, you're almost masking it, just being like, well, I'm just going to take this because I don't want to do this, or I don't have time to do this. And you're putting a Band-Aid on it, 100%. Like I get that all the time. Like I don't have time for this. I don't have time for.
Yeah.
Neither
and
do
I
but I
won't,
make it.
and I won't, back to our sales pitch things, like I
Yeah.
won't just sell things to people. Like you know,
Yeah.
I won't, it's not, if you're not, if you don't have the foundation for this to work in, then it's not going to work.
Mhm.
The, it's a PRP conversation as well. Like when people come in and say,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to have surgery, or they told me I couldn't have surgery. I'm going to try that. I want to try this PRP stuff. I was like, well, I'm pulling out your blood.
Mhm.
I'm spinning it down and putting your blood back into it. If you smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day, and that's why they won't do surgery on you, I, the the blood,
It's
the
not
stuff
gonna
that I'm pulling out is not good stuff,
it's not
right?
healing.
Right? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's a reason why they won't do surgery on you, and this isn't gonna do any better.
Mhm.
So there's, again, we could put shots in everybody, but I'm
Oh,
not going
yeah.
to, because I also don't want the negative stuff. Well, that guy did this and, it didn't work, whatever kind of thing, So, from an ethical and a business standpoint, it's like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not going to work.
want
I'm not
my
going to do
goal
it.
is for people to feel good and actually
Right.
have the
Yes.
success,
Right. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I always would say, like, I don't want someone that's not happy with results or,
No,
like,
gosh, no. Right.
gosh, that's annoying for
Right.
me to
Yeah.
have to deal with that. Like,
Right.
I want you to my goal is to make
Uh-huh.
you feel good.
Uh-huh.
Like, I want to help you improve your quality of life.
Mhm.
Like, I'm your tool to help
Mhm.
get the knowledge and assess and do all of that. It is not my goal to be like, "Oh, yeah, you can keep doing that and doing this, and
Mhm.
it's gonna be a great,
Right. Yeah.
great success."
Please. You're right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then on to the next. Right. Of
Yeah.
course. All right. So next on the list is MOTS-C.
Mhm.
Interesting one to me. Like, I
Yeah.
don't really know. I don't know why MOTS-C.
I was thinking, like, on the trend of, like, with NAD being so popular and
Sure.
things like that,
Yeah.
that's where, because you have to look at that, like, group of the panel that they
Mhm.
got, and especially, like, picking which ones they would have picked, and I could see Motzi being
Where does
that.
so I can see MOTS-C in a improving athletic performance kind of thing, but where does MOTS-C play into, like, so whenever I'm considering what the FDA would approve these things for, is that they see, like, true medical advancement in these things. So,
Yeah.
like, yes, for BPC 157, yes, for TVB 500, but
Motzi, like,
maybe KPV,
yeah.
maybe, like, where does MOTS-C come in at? Like,
I
and this
guess
is
if you're
coming, like,
thinking,
I've done
like,
it. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I didn't it's not, like, a big one that I would pick
no,
for myself
yeah,
even.
I did it twice. I did it right before a high rocks competition, just because I thought, well, this will be cool to try this out at. It was probably not the best thing to just try. I mean,
Try it out right
to
before.
try it out. Marcus was there with me. I would have killed it anyway. But anyway, I don't know that it was. I don't know what I got out of it. But then I also had, it's kind of like the healthy person bias too, a little bit. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what I could have benefited from it. I don't suffer from low energy.
Because you don't have that, yeah.
Right, yeah. So maybe that's why I don't
Or,
feel
like,
the
you don't
effects
really
of it.
have the issue with, like, glucose control and
Right,
things like
yeah.
that people may utilize that in.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that I respect the science. Let me say that first and foremost. But where I think people get sideways with me is that when we talk about all the mitochondrial unbanding and blah 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 blah, and it's like, oh, okay, like, you can say that about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I want to feel something, and that's the dude in me. Like,
Mhm.
I want to do something. I want to go something and bring something home from it. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I would say, like you
Yeah.
said, like, the ones I like GHK, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that. I mean, I feel like I can say a difference, like, skin-wise,
Mhm.
hair, nails, but I also didn't have a drastic problem with that before I started.
Sure.
So,
Right. Yeah.
but I do have, like,
But you're scared to stop it now, aren't you?
no,
Okay.
not.
Andy is scared to stop it now.
Andy,
Andy and I
well,
are the same age. We have to be
listen,
scared to stop things at this
if
point.
you want a testimony, can we get Andy on
Yeah,
camera?
we'll bring Andy
Because
in here.
I will let her say her age, but she is goals and like we can see like
Right.
her skin's amazing, comparable. Like if you put her beside someone that is actually her age,
Right.
you ain't guessing that.
We're 50.
You're
right?
not guessing that.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think that's a measurable thing that you can see. Like she's gotten compliments that like her skin was like glowing more since starting it, and she can also talk on like other ones that
Right.
she's utilized too. That like with the visceral fat and
The visceral fat thing is legit. I mean, that's a real thing. Yeah, I mean, you see it on scans. We used to have InBody. Now we have Sika in here, which I think is a far superior product. So as far as like telling things, it tells people things they don't want to know because InBody lies to you a little bit. But Sika is. I did mine this morning, and I was like, okay, time to reel this back in a little bit.
I would agree. Like it's a love-hate relationship.
That I need to reel it back in a little bit. Or?
No.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Probably that I need to get on and do my Sika scan.
All right, fair enough.
It does hold you accountable.
It does, and I mean, I've admittedly been a little bit lax here recently, so yeah.
I could say I love it in the way that it can actually be results that someone can look at, because that can get onto a whole nother subject that we're going on, but because I can go on and on, but that they say one thing, especially like men and women, they're like, well, I don't want to be bulky and I can't lift weights because I'm going to get bulky, and then reality hits in. You see that Sika scan, you see how much muscle versus body fat you have, and then it can actually turn their mind into like, oh yeah, this is something that I can improve and that I need to actually do what they're saying and lift weights and do that.
Yeah, people, a lot of our, I would say 60 to 75% of consults are deprogramming, because people are convinced of what they've heard. And I get it. I know why. I was that guy that ordered every supplement and all that other stuff. But going through the entire experience and just realizing it's incredibly simple. It's us that overcomplicate it. The people that come in that are struggling with weight and issues and not being able to do the things that they want to do and not meeting the goals that they want to go, 95% of the time is because they've overcomplicated it.
Oh, I think they would admit that because they're like, there's so much stuff out there. I don't know what to do.
Right.
Like they
So
come
I'm doing
in
everything.
Yeah, they come in and they're like, I've tried this, I've tried that. And they have tried it like a length of time trying and everything like that, but it is overwhelming. Like if you don't
absolutely.
know,
Yeah. And trying to guide yourself through a lot of that stuff is just painful. It's painful. I'd advocate for everybody, get a coach, get somebody that's just going to simplify it for you and just tell you what to do. I still do it. I tried to do it for 2 months. And it just didn't work for me, just didn't work for me. It's just one more complicated kind of decisions that you have to make throughout the day. And like, I just don't want any more of those. So it works out well for me. So the remaining list, like I don't have any experience with. Epitalon, DSIP, and CLANC, right?
CMAX.
CMAX, sorry.
Yeah.
CMAX.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ones that I would pick. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, those are my main ones.
These are the ones we really need to focus on, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, and this is my conspiratorial Derek's going to come out here a little bit. I'm just curious is because I think the mechanism of action that these things work on seems to be a high dollar pharmaceutical category that we look at. Insomnia, anxiety, neurological type things. So that is my, not that the other categories aren't, right? But I'm just feeling like it just seems really, outside of the TB 500 and the BPC 157 and you know, it just seems like a weird list to pick from.
I would agree
Yeah.
with that because it just there's other ones that people utilize more often
Yeah.
that see really good results with.
Yeah.
That weren't.
And did the growth
Okay.
hormone secretagogues not get considered because we already have growth hormone?
Yeah.
You know, so and you know, that's just what I think of. You know,
And we have a few of them, but there's so many more that
a lot of years in
again,
healthcare does to your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. But they're still not. We're still in that little.
Well,
waiting.
yeah, we're still in it. Yeah,
we're still in a
so
waiting
I
period.
want.
and-
We need to be very clear that these things are not FDA approved.
Yes.
They are not FDA approved. They cannot be or they should not be recommended by any licensed provider. It is a consideration now that these things may exist in the near future, something like first quarter of 2027.
Yep.
Starting with one that's not even on the list.
Yes. That's another. They made the list for that one. Okay. That's an independent list.
Yep.
So
the first one is the epitalon.
Yes.
EPITALAON. ALON. For sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Circadian rhythm reprogramming. I've seen epitalon too for like, and this may be interesting as well. Andy, look this up for me. Epitalon and what am I saying? Multiple concussion. CTE. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, CTE. Look up epitalon and CTE usage. I feel like I've seen it mentioned for something like that.
Right. I mean, we can go
Eli
like
Lilly.
CMAC, right? I mean,
would turn down an Eli Lilly sponsorship, by the way.
Right. The CMAX, while we're waiting on that information.
Yep.
I mean, you're getting like the stress, the neuroprotection from that one, but it wasn't the one I would have picked. Like, I feel like the Salonk is the one that, like, especially for mood and things like that.
I mean, aren't they kind of?
Yeah, they are pretty similar, but
yeah. I just feel like those are kind of, I think that Salonk is used for, or not Salonk, CMAX.
Yes.
Has been looked at for migraine treatment.
Memory.
Yeah.
Benefits.
Not see anything with epitalon, maybe. Cognitive decline, and I think they've looked at it too for like early onset Alzheimer's, and so big time. I mean, unfortunately have a very close friend at 52 is going through early Alzheimer's treatment, and gets infusions twice a week, and they went through hell trying to get it approved and everything else. And when you're talking about cognitive decline, it is that time is valuable.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for.
Yeah, I feel like I've read that somewhere, and I only read reputable sources, so I'm sure it's. I'm sure it's legit.
Right?
Yes.
Listen.
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
It's reputable. Yeah. But it makes sense, right? So
yeah,
again,
sense
my kind of cynical conspiratorial mind kind of goes to those things where it's like, why would we pick those? So DSIP, same kind of thing.
Sleep is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on this first round of it. Those are the six. I mean, those are the six of them: the BPC, KP, TV 500, Epitalon, MOTSI, and CMAX. Those are the ones that were assessed.
Okay.
And went through the first one, and then
I don't know why I thought there was 7, but maybe
I think.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So.
Well, because probably because the other two are going to have more profitability.
Yeah. Because the other two are kind of covering
why
a
would
little
we
bit
need
of that.
three? Yeah. Why would we need three,
Yeah.
kind of similar
things to choose from in
Yeah.
the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's interesting to see where it goes and where it develops. I mean, we were expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
Yeah. We knew it was coming, and, you can say under your breath, well, we know why they're doing, that kind of thing. And it's because we know that they work. And I think that, in the long run, maybe it is a good thing that we have these drugs, and for the future, I think we're still generations of providers outside of us, that are going to be comfortable with being able to talk about these things and prescribe them and have sources for them. I mean, that will be the good thing for us is that
yeah.
we'll have them, right?
We look at that.
Yeah,
like that is our interest. Like it is truly like what we like to look at and goals that we have for when we're treating people versus I'm not interested in the old medicine I used to do by any means, or would I want to go back to that?
Right. And we see the long term, the long term, like renal impairment with people that have been taking meloxicam for, a decade before their back pain, or there's those kinds of things, or the people that have been through every doctor and been through everything because their gut health is off,
and they still don't have answers a lot of the time.
No,
like they still
it's
feel
just well, there's no answer. It's just nothing to it. They're on a handful of stuff, which is not helping. When we're talking about gut biome, it's just it'll be interesting to continue to watch this, and as we get updates, then we need to get back out on here and just let people know. But I think that if you have questions about peptides, I would put us against any people around here as far as the authorities. I mean, as far as being able to answer questions about them, know what, and likely personal experience with them.
Yeah. Actually know what they are too, because a lot of times they'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not, or they just take the firm stance that they're not allowed to talk about it. There's nothing that says you can't talk about it. It's just, making recommendations and, sure. Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some of them that I like Motzi. I just didn't get anything out of it. I just didn't know. I don't know what it does. Right. Yeah, sure. So, but that's just me,
yeah. I think that speaks to, again, that you don't have those issues.
Sure.
So.
Right. But I do think that it's going to be interesting to watch. I think it's going to be exciting for some people. I don't know that I'm particularly excited about it. I mean, if I had to throw a gauge on where I was at, I'm less excited about it because I have a more negative connotation of what the industry will do with them once they have them. And I think that's going to rob a lot of people
from being able to get them. Yeah. Definitely agree with that.
But anyway, anything else you want to add? Anything else exciting? You haven't been on here in our new digs. So what do you think of our new digs?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not sweating like I was last time.
Yeah, the sweat. Yeah, that was the first studio was a tough one. Yeah. Do what?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Marcus,
oh yeah. Yeah. But do you like Newburgh though? You like our new Newburgh location?
Oh, I love
we've
it
both had our honeymoon coffee this morning, so we are falling right into all Newburgh traps of as trashy south of the river Hendersonians.
Right.
We are
the peasants
we had to drive
are
all the way to Newburgh to do a stinking podcast.
Yeah, right.
Every day.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love our space, our location, everything that we've been able to add and can continue to add. And yes. And so where Marcus was saying her scan, we're going to host them in September, which I think is wonderful for women, especially if you can't afford, you don't have insurance, you have high risk of September 3rd. Breast cancer in your family, dense breast tissue, that we are hosting her scan to come in and provide care to women in our area to get the breast ultrasound.
Right.
So,
And I was going to say, and we have one that we're going to give away.
yes.
Right.
So we will announce how to enter and the time frame of whenever we're going to be announcing the winner for that. So
when it gets closer. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, stay tuned. Follow us on all of our
social media.
See, that's a great segue. You're like a pro with this.
Yes, I got it. Yeah. All the social media will have it. Trust me. We have the gurus behind the scene that will make sure that is up. All the information is there. And if you have questions, just reach out to us.
Yep. So follow us at Optimize You Evansville. Follow us at Jess Wellness Mom. Follow you at, not us. Yeah, follow you at Jess Wellness Mom.
Your mini.
I just have one. I'm the Dr. D Urban Shaman.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. You said that so softly.
I know, it's kind of. And then follow our. I mean, if this reaches Columbus, Indiana,
we have Columbus.
Yeah, we have our sister.
That was a big news. Why didn't we
sister
announce
clinic
that?
and it's that we also went right through our birthday.
We did. We've been
just
here
rolled
for
right
3
through
years, and we ignored the whole thing.
We did,
but we do have Optimize You in Columbus,
yes.
Indiana.
Yes, a lot of.
We have to be
right. Yeah,
very precise about that one.
Correct. Yeah.
So
the beautiful drive up through Bloomington and Brown County State Park. I love
wonderful staff there. Yes. They're amazing. Yeah. We also see patients there, but we do have an amazing provider there that's full time and is eager to see all the people and do all the things.
Yeah, just spreading all the love of optimization and kind of what we do here and just trying to spread that up and then with plans on moving north, I guess I would say. Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what direction we go into next. Yes. We'll see what direction we go next. Yeah. So follow Better Human Pod. Be sure to pay attention to the HER-Scan results. And I can't think of anything else.
That's it.
Great job.
Yeah,
it's always fun. All right. Thank you all. Thanks.